What's up, guys? Welcome, Protectors of Kunlun, to another episode of the WHA-POOSH Show. So today we're going to talk about a review of Iron Fist, Netflix series. So just initial thoughts. It was okay.
I'll be one of the few that said I liked it, right? I thought it was okay. I didn't feel like... I feel like there was... See, here's my main issue. This is not Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
And they try to do a Daredevil. That doesn't work like that. You start the origin, you introduce the characters, and they should have introduced the characters like they did with Jessica Jones. You know, Jessica Jones had Luke Cage. Luke Cage came out of there, and then somewhere in Luke Cage, Iron Fist should have popped up somehow. Anything.
Or at least Luke Cage should have popped up in
because the first 3 episodes were like, my name's Danny Rand.
Yeah.
I'm Danny Rand, you know, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? He's fucking Danny Rand, you know?
I know, it was really frustrating to watch.
Especially the second episode. Holy crap, dude! That episode with the hospital.
Yeah, the psychiatric ward.
I was going crazy.
Yeah, the show started off. I think the first episode, just how it started off with the "So Fresh and So Clean" song starting. I thought that was dope. I was like, okay. As soon as it started, I was like, all right, I think the show's gonna be awesome. And then after that, the awesome sort of just went.
Yeah, it wasn't a Netflix original like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil.
It was really slow. The story was kind of just like all over the place. Honestly, just like so Jose kind of gave me a cool name to kind of just like explain the whole show in like a nutshell. He called it "Keeping Up with the Meachums." So, honestly, the Meachums kind of overshadowed Danny Rand.
Yeah.
Ward was I thought he was an interesting character.
What? Hell yeah.
Ward was cool.
He was interesting.
Joy was kind of like, you don't know if she's good, you don't know if she's bad. She's kind of like, I like
she's
the
crazy.
but I like to be good. I love you, Danny. JK, I don't.
No, but she's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Towards
that ending was just sort of like, okay, she does not like him then.
Yeah.
Alright, you fucking lying bitch. But it's just the pacing was really bad.
It was bad. That was one of my main, my issues. It was an issue at all. Like, you have 13 episodes. You need to give us a little bit more, man. You were saying that the choreography.
Yeah, that was a big problem for me, man. The choreography was not on par with what Daredevil had.
No, I mean,
and you would think that it's the same. Yeah, it's the same studio working on it, same kind of producers. You would think, okay, we're gonna get Iron Fist where he's actually a martial artist.
Upbeat it. We're gonna upbeat every single other one because he's a martial artist. Like
so I was expecting to watch like this freaking Matrix type, choreography. There's nowhere around that.
Most we got it was like.
Yeah, he was doing like these weird little like poses and
I get it. I get it. He has to focus his chi to get it censored and stuff. But moving towards the end, we see his best friend. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Dagos.
Dagos, yeah.
Dagos.
So towards the end, I didn't like him. I thought he was such a bitch.
Yeah,
he was back to Kunlun.
He was kind of like heartbroken. He kind of had gay love for him, I guess. But he was heartbroken that Danny left him, and Danny was just in this like confusion, sort of like trying to find his purpose. He was trying to like, do I want to be Danny Rand? I'm also the Iron Fist. I don't really know what the Iron Fist is.
Yeah. Which
I didn't really have an understanding what the Iron Fist was until like
towards the end,
episode 11.
Yeah, towards the end.
So it was just really bad pacing. They didn't just. And then the show's Iron Fist, and what's kind of sad is that he was the weakest part of the whole show. I wasn't interested in Danny Rand. I was more interested in Ward.
Yeah.
I was more interested in Colleen Wing because she was cool.
Madame Gao.
Madame Gao. That episode where you find out Colleen is actually part of the Hand, but like a different, like a good side of the Hand, which made no sense.
I know. I didn't
get
it either.
I was interested. I was like, okay, she just became even more interesting, and how she transitions from being like this dick to Danny to like, oh, I'm gonna sleep with you now because you're hot. So I'm like. The show is all over the place.
And the ending was kind of, I know he knows to set up for the Hand, for Luke Cage, and Defenders type of things, but it didn't click with me. I wanted a little bit more. What was your favorite part? Do you have any?
My favorite part, honestly, is the part where he actually uses the Iron Fist. I think it was like episode 12 where you know, Harold is sort of like about to shoot Colleen, and he decides, you know, oh, I'm gonna do this like badass corkscrew and then slash. He slams on the ground with his iron fist.
Oh yeah.
And this whole explosion, like the effects were awesome. I thought,
Yeah,
okay,
it looked nice.
where was this the whole show?
I know.
I thought that was sick, dude. That was like the highest point of the whole show. And then after that, it goes towards the end, and he's like, oh, I can't kill you. After you just did that badass slam, all of a sudden now, like, oh, you're getting your ass beat with a guy. He was beating him with a pipe.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm a bit confused. But other than that, like, I mean, just right off, it's not Netflix's strongest show in the series. It's on par with Luke Cage. I actually like Luke Cage a little bit more, but it's nowhere near what Jessica Jones and Daredevil had.
No, my favorite scene was just, you know, towards the end where he's looking at the video of the past Iron Fist, and you can see that he can glow with both Iron Fist. But you know, at the end of the day, the show was mediocre. I give it a 6.5, maybe a 5. So
I'll give it a 7. But yeah, definitely check it out. Comment below, let us know what you think, and subscribe.